D-Rob has been on a roll as of late in an attempt to prove that he is the greatest hardcore champion of all time. This time around, D-Rob will be defending his title against the illegitimate son of Walter P. Wiley, Default, who wishes to get out of his father's shadow now more than ever. In recent weeks, the crowd has been solidly behind Default rather than D-Rob, much to the apparent dismay of the reigning champion. But tonight, fan support will have nothing to do with it. Can D-Rob grab the Default by the horns and retain his hardcore title? Oh, well, this is certainly a surprise. We all knew JBL had an announcement to make here tonight. Much speculation on what it could be. I've heard a few rumors been tossed around. Maybe one, he could be introducing his new flavor for his energy drinks, Bland Blueberry, very lackluster energy drinks of his. Maybe a dog food brand called Gibbles and Bits. Heck, I've even heard that he's going to come out here and ride a pretend horse around the ring.
Alan, will you get serious for a minute? We have the privilege of legend JBL coming down to the ring right now for a major announcement, and all you want to do is talk nonsense.
Well, I'm just talking about the speculation of the announcement. I'm being
I just know
serious.
this blows the hardcore title match is going to be horrible out of the water. I don't know what he's here for, but it has to be better than what that was going to be.
Well, let's see what he has to say.
Well, let him adore his fans first, Alan. Come on.
JBL, a man of the people.
He is a man of the people.
That's for sure. You must have wondered now for weeks. What's
going on here?
Wait a minute.
Is that what I think it is?
I think it is. It's D-Rob.
But it's not D-Rob.
But it is D-Rob. What is the hardcore champion D-Rob?
You know, I've told you for months. I had a good feeling about this kid. He's an up-and-coming star in this company.
I don't believe this. D-Rob has apparently made a transformation right in front of our eyes here, and is now DCR.
Yeah, that's what my sources tell me. He's now calling himself DCR. He's given up the raft. He's invested his money into the stock market, and he's made $2 million before tonight's show alone.
I can't believe this. I honestly cannot believe this.
He looks great. This is the best this kid's looked ever. I'm telling you, this kid's going places. I've been telling you that for months, though, Colin.
He is dressed very sharp tonight, cowboy hat and all.
Good. He can take care of that freak.
Of course, the freak that he's referring to is Default Wiley, who's opponent here tonight.
He just rubs me the wrong way. Something about him is just not right.
DCR looking ready to go here, waiting for his opponent. And here he comes.
Here he comes.
Hardcore hopeful Default.
Looney Bin hopeful.
Default has had quite an interesting year. He's reconciled everything with his father, Walter. And, of course, his father, as we all know, turned his back on him once again, right when he had his trust.
As he should have.
Well, as he should have. He claimed it was tough love. Can you believe that?
Tough love, yes. Would you want to give regular love to a kid with hooks for hands?
I won't even respond to that, Mike. Your ignorance is justified.
He's a freak. No person should be built like this.
Say what you will about him, he is quite the competitor. Here we go. The match is underway.
Look at DCR.
DCR. He's already going for the pin. After a simple clothesline, already going for the pin.
Slow count again, as usual.
And once again, this is hardcore rules. So, as we have Winslow out here, as well as JBL, they can get involved in this match. Right now, DCR has a chair, but he got taken down by Default.
There you go. JBL, teach him a lesson. Swing and a miss.
And the Wiley family has a chair here.
Yeah, well...
They're chair-clad.
What gives Winslow the right to bring a chair into this ring?
Well, it was a hardcore match. Anything goes.
Anything goes. That's just the kind of excuse.
Well, what about JBL? JBL has a 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire?
Yeah, well, he's just trying to lay down the odds. Even them out, I should say.
How do you think they got into the ring?
I'm pretty sure that the ring crew, led by Boogeyman, has been putting those under there for months.
Absolutely. Well, we all know about Boogeyman's antics. Right now, going on in the ring, Default really taking it to DCR, the hardcore champion.
Colin, has this not been the greatest best ever so far?
We're only a few matches in, and so far, I can't really argue with that. I'm just still shocked to see DCR out here now.
I just don't know if my libido can handle a fest this great. I mean, this is already blowing my mind.
It's been something else.
Yeah, it's certainly been something else.
And DCR missing a baseball slide there. don't know how he could miss it that sort of range.
Oh.
Only Sandman could miss a baseball slide that bad.
Oh, and of course, he's kicking JBL out of the ring. He has no problem with Winslow getting in there and cheating, though. That phony American.
The referee trying to do a little bit of directing of traffic.
Now look at this.
And now here they come. Both Winslow and JBL getting involved. There appears to be a bit of a scuffle going on outside the ring now between the two. As Default, the referee distracted there. Default had a pin on DCR, may have even had him down for 3 seconds, but the referee could not see it.
Don't you think the referee's medical plan should include Ritalin so these attention deficit referees can stay on target?
Might as well, really.
They might as well.
I mean, he was distracted with what was going on outside the ring. Also, that fan chanting Super Dragon in the front row. It's just getting on everybody's nerves.
Of course. That's the one drawback of a Diaz fest. His goons are here.
Absolutely, and the coke is aplenty.
And the coke is aplenty. Coke's a poppin' for sure, but... Anyway, back to the match.
Winslow and JBL both roll out of the ring at the same time. DCR is coming back on Default here.
Come on, David, to get control of yourself. You got this.
You know, anything really goes in these hardcore style matches here.
This referee needs to get control of this match and get those chairs at him.
JBL and Winslow could even win the hardcore title here.
That is true.
24/7 rules were brought back this past December.
The man in the gorilla suit could come down to the referee right now and win the hardcore title.
Absolutely. Heck, even the ADD referee here.
Yeah.
Now Default really taking those iron claws to DCR. Those things are a weapon on their own right.
Well, like Mr. Diaz said himself, this pay-per-view is going to be unprotected and uncalled for.
Absolutely. He did say that. JBL trying some antics there with the referee, but Winslow putting a stop to it. Oh, now it looks like DCR.
JBL's taught that boy well.
Very ineffective sleeper hold, but a sleeper hold no less.
Go on, count. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. Match is over.
Now, wait a minute. That may have only been a 2 count anyway.
Would have been a 3 count for sure, and you know that. I've been in the ring, you haven't.
Those almost green sweat socks there going to work on DCR, and JBL for that matter.
In fact, Colin, I think I should train you, maybe get you some ring time. I'd get you the Cruiserweight Champion in no time.
I've heard the way you train people, Mike. I don't know if I want anything to do with that.
I'm fairly certain with your bloodlines and your skills, you could be a champion.
No, we'll see about that. Right now, back to the match. One of those huge iron fists taking down a DCR there. I apologize. Too many D's in this match.
Lots of D's.
Too many D's. Too many D's.
Yes.
And right now, it looks like Default is going to work on JBL.
Now, David always has the unfortunate situation of running into people with the same first letter of his name. It gets confusing sometimes.
Well, I'll tell you what. If he wins this match here, he could be one step closer to becoming the greatest hardcore champion of all time.
Well, I think he already is the greatest hardcore champion of all time. I've been telling you for months
it looked like
that David Robbins is the up-and-coming star of this company.
It appears Default has just choked out DCR with a barbed wire 2x4, and he's going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Just like that. Almost as fast as it began. Default is the new hardcore champion.
It's a dark day in my life for sure.
DCR's new suit, new money, and everything couldn't win this match for him. Default is the new hardcore champion.
Now the hardcore title is something you can nerd that on anyway. That kid's going places, I'm telling you.
And now confetti falling from the sky, as we can guarantee it will many more times later on tonight. Default is the hardcore champion.